Happy Wednesday, everyone! I'm Amelia, and here's what's to come. We speak to a campaign group looking to introduce life-saving stab kits. We look at children currently in a Ukrainian refugee camp in Poland. And we find out whether trips to the aquarium could help with your mental well-being. We start with a tragic story. Around 40,000 people are stabbed every year in the UK. And if you're one of those victims, you could bleed out in the first 5 minutes. But this new piece of kit popping up around Manchester could have the power to save your life. Here's Bella Jewell.
Two families united in grief.
We've got each other down.
Romero West and Kenny Carter were both 16. In separate incidents, they were stabbed to death. Now the families want a very specific change.
This is just one of 5 emergency bleed control kits here in Greater Manchester. It's attached to the Victoria pub here in Withington. Now it was Romero West's mum Kelly Brown who has been painstakingly campaigning and fundraising for every single one of these kits. But how exactly can kits like these help someone survive if they're quickly losing blood?
First you've got to give the location. You can say like I'm in Withington Village, like the nearest one is the Vic. Dial 999, they'll give you the code so you open it up and then you just follow the instructions. So if you've been stabbed in the arm for instance, wrap it. Stabbed in the legs, wrap it again and so forth. It's so simple.
Romero's family have set up Mero's World to raise cash for more kits.
With Romero, it's about 30 minutes for the ambulance to get there, and if we would have hopefully had one within the Old Trafford area at that time, hopefully we could have helped save him.
The bleed kits are basically to save lives, and it's a shame that it's took for my cousin. I feel like it's took my cousin to pass to know about these bleed kits, and I hope that they make change and they do get used.
Mero's World will be the ones what will have them on every street corner.
A community's wish for a safer future.
What an inspiring group of women, turning their grief into something positive for change. And now galloping to help, a local Manchester man is leading a convoy of horse boxes to the Poland-Ukraine border. Known as the Ukraine Equestrian Relief Team, the horse boxes have been delivering medical aid, clothing and also some home comforts. Reporters Lauren Barkley and Olivia Snelson went with them to witness the impact of their work.
This letter is from 6-year-old Phoebe. She asked the team delivering aid to pass it to a Ukrainian refugee of the same age. Alongside the letter was Natalia the rabbit. Together they travelled over 1,400 miles to the border. A hand-knitted gift from the UK, Natalia will hopefully provide some comfort to a little girl or boy in need. But why is it important to send support and donations to those fleeing Ukraine?
So when Russia invaded Ukraine, lots of people lost their houses and lost their belongings and had to move to the neighbouring countries. They went with nothing, and that's why we've got to visit the neighbouring countries and give them everything that they need.
Centres like this one provide accommodation for families who've crossed the border and need somewhere safe to live. Sadly, because so many people have been affected, centres like these are often overcrowded, leaving people sleeping on camp beds and sun lounges. But donations of aid can bring joy back into these children's lives. Natalia the rabbit found a new home with a vanner. Alongside Natalia, the team bought sweets and bubbles. Little things to us, making a big difference. Lauren Barkley and Olivia Snelson, Quays News.
The smallest donation really can make a difference. Now, in the latest Doctor Who news, it was announced on the weekend that we have a new Time Lord. Ncuti Gatwa is the first Black Doctor in the show's history. Our showbiz correspondent Sophie Ladd is here to tell us why this is so important.
So Ncuti was previously in the Netflix show Sex Education, playing fan favourite Eric. Now he's going to be playing the iconic role of the Doctor. PA Media caught up with him at the BAFTAs.
Really happy that I can now talk about it because I got cast in February and I've been keeping it a secret since then, and so it's nice to finally breathe. But like also really nervous. It's an incredibly iconic role and an incredibly iconic show, and I just hope I do it justice.
So Sophie, tell us why this is so groundbreaking.
Kids spend around 6 hours a day in front of a screen, so you're spending a lot of time watching a lot of things. Many studies have found that seeing yourself in a programme, whether that's seeing a gay storyline if you're questioning being gay, or in the case of Doctor Who, a black child seeing a black actor in an iconic role, it boosts self-esteem. You're more likely to think, I can do that, if you see someone really cool doing something really cool in a show. These studies also show that the media should make sure that characters and the people who play them come from all walks of life.
So now Sophie, are you a Doctor Who fan? And of course the most important question, who's your favourite Doctor?
Oh, absolutely. I used to love Doctor Who as a child. My all-time favourite would have to be David Tennant. But that said, I definitely cannot wait to see what Ncuti brings to the role.
Definitely. I think it's an exciting time for television and also, of course, for fans of sex education and Doctor Who. So, when we think of activities to improve our mental well-being, it may include things like going for a walk or starting a new hobby. But how could a trip to the aquarium affect your mental health? I went to Sea Life Manchester to fish for more information. Do you like being at the aquarium?
700 million people visit zoos and aquariums every year. But how many of them know it could benefit their mental and physical well-being? A study from the University of Plymouth found that viewing aquarium exhibits helped to reduce blood pressure, heart rate, and improve your mood.
Does it make you happy seeing all the fish?
I think it does. So it is kind of like diving for a little baby.
Sea Life in Manchester is home to over 3,000 creatures, ranging from jellyfish to terrapins to 4 different species of sharks.
So we've got several different sharks in our aquarium. Our main sharks are our black-tip reef sharks. They actually came as part of our breeding programme.
The aquarium has also opened a Snorkel with Sharks experience. So what's the impact of getting up close and personal with these animals?
They generate a very strong emotional response in the member of the public. And so what we know is when people are emotionally engaged with something, they're more likely to care about it. They're more likely to change their behaviour.
What's your favourite? All of them? Wow. That's all from us at Quays Newsround. Goodbye and see you next time.